So the real question comes down to, when does it come to Manila? Right? That's the real question. We know that we've had one demo unit here, and I know that you guys are all excited. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the world's first and only hyperthermic laser for body contouring.
We have heard how SculpSure works. It is high time we see for ourselves how we can help achieve body perfection at the speed of light. What can you do in 25 minutes, given the right direction? A lot. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's first and only hyperthermic laser for body contouring now finally comes to light. Introducing SculpSure.
So I really have to say, this is hands down the best seminar I've ever been to, with the sound effects and the smoke, right? The last time we had something like this was my wedding. So I like the graphics, and I love things like this. I think it's amazing. I want to introduce you to Michelle. Michelle is 23-year-old young lady. What bothers you? You have a little area that bothers you? No, nothing bothers her. Okay. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you her pictures up on the screen. If you can go ahead and go to the first slide there, so you can see what Michelle looks like in an upright pose. And what we have here is we actually have the four arms. They're already connected. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and it's going to be the same exact configuration. I'm sorry, I keep walking in front of the camera. It's going to be the same exact configuration of the patient that I showed you earlier that I treated. Okay, good. I'm going to show you how easy it is. We just push the two buttons, and that releases it. Look and see how it's actually pointing. It's becoming a yellow color versus if you look here where it's connected properly, that it's green. Okay, so all I do is I snap it back into place, and I'm going to try not to pinch your skin, Michelle. Right? Good. Let me get the proper snap. I just don't want to snap her skin. That's the only reason. So when I had it done, I got my skin pinched, and it wasn't fun. Can you go to the first slide if you don't mind? Wonderful. So this is Michelle. She's a pretty young lady. She's only 23, and you say, why does she need anything like this? Because she has just this little problem area that's on her lower abdomen, right? Go to the next slide if you don't mind, so you can see a 45 and a lateral view. Again, this is our ideal candidate. Why is she ideal? Because she has a BMI of less than 30. How many people in the world have a BMI of less than 30? You do a lot of liposuction, doctor. 80% of the world's population has a BMI of less than 30. So we can treat at least 80% of the world's population. In the Philippines, you guys are more healthy than the United States, right? We eat all this junk and then we don't exercise. So here you can probably treat even more of a majority of the population. Go to the next slide if you don't mind. I just want to show you her other side profile. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So again, what's our ideal candidate? It's anyone who's exercising, hopefully, anybody who eats or tries to eat somewhat properly, and anyone who has a BMI of less than 30. So what is really a BMI of less than 30? Because I'm not a calculator type person. I'm an aesthetic person. I can see visually and I can see everything. Show me the next slide if you don't mind. What I want to show you here is this is how we can visualize what is a BMI of less than 30. And if you look across the screen, it really encompasses the majority of men. For women, it's a little bit different. Go to the next slide for me if you don't mind. For women, you can see that really up to a 35%, I think you can treat quite sufficiently. So just feel for that pinchable fat. That's the key. Go ahead and go to the next slide. And again, what I want to emphasize is this is safe for every skin type. You can see Michelle, she's probably a skin type 3, a light 4, depending on whether it's summertime or wintertime. Can you focus in just on her skin color here? So you can see live. Good. There's one applicator that's blinking. I'm going to see why it's blinking. Okay, Michelle? I'm going to reach right over you, hon. Good. Okay. Is it pressed on? Okay, it's ready. Good. All right. So let me show you how easy it is for me to actually run the machine. You want to get a visual of this probably. This is very, very complicated. I want to show you. I'm going to take the screen protector off first. I'm going to press this button right there. And now we are on our way for 25 minutes. We'll start the LED countdown, and we'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. You okay, Michelle? Is anything hurting at all? Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
As we await the 25 magical minutes, and before we proceed to another topic, may we engage you with a short activity. We are now distributing cards on your table. Each card has a fact or myth on either side. We will be flashing several statements on screen and ask you to decipher whether these statements are myths or facts by flashing the correct side of your cards to the camera. Now if you're ready, let's distinguish between myth versus fact.